What's up? It's Fangirl Jenna, and guess what? It's UFC week. That is a night game. We got all day Saturday Tailgate. So we have to have some good food, right?
That's right.
What do we got here?
Well, we're hoping everybody makes it to dinner time. So
that would be ideal.
We'll see how it goes. This week we're going to do some spicy chorizo quesadillas. They're really simple, really easy, just a few ingredients, and you're going to be the star of your tailgate. So all we're going to do here is I have my preheated grill pans, and you can do this on your outside grill, obviously, as well. Give it a good spray down. Don't spray too close if you're using this guy on your grill.
We don't need any
going on.
drunken accidents or sober accidents.
Give that designated griller.
Yep, designated griller like you're on the show. And
then,
by the way, we're not going to fool you. We did already have these on the show.
That's true.
However, I'm stoked to have these again. So here we go.
So we're going to throw these bottom halves. These are yellow corn tortillas. I really like the flavor of corn. You have to make sure you heat these up though. These kind of have a weird texture if you don't heat them up. You want to make sure you're getting them nice and warm on your grill. But the flavor once they're heated is, I think, unbeatable. Like the flour ones just don't even compare.
Right.
So I have a couple kinds of cheese. The first one I'm going to lay down is it's a smoky cheddar. Smokiness and chorizo go really, really well together. So this is just the best cheese to pair with this, in my opinion. I'm gonna get this one down first and spread it all around. And again, if you have your large grill and you're making a bunch of these for your crowd, just go ahead and spread them all out on the bottom ones on your grill. Get a bunch of them going at once. They take a little bit of time. So by the time your first one's ready to flip, you know, when you get through, your last one's gonna be ready to flip.
Right.
So go ahead, and this is chorizo sausage that I went ahead and cooked up yesterday. You can do that. You can get it ready the day before. Just keep it cold in your cooler until you're ready to grill. And just crumble a bunch of this on top of that cheese. Chorizo sausage is one of those things that everybody always hears about, but they don't necessarily know what to do with it. So this is a great way to use it.
Eat it, dang it.
That's right. The other thing you can do with this, it's great actually in a queso dip. If you're doing like a cheesy dip, if you just cook this up and then add all your cheese sauce ingredients, this adds a really nice flavor.
Sure, let's go for it. That sounds good too. Why not?
All right, so we got that layered on. And then we're going to do a little bit of green onion. This is just for flavor as well as a little bit of brightness in these. It's always nice to have a little veggie component, get a little green color in there. Get that on there. And then you're going to add your other cheese, which is a pepper jack. And if you think you have enough spice with your chorizo, feel free to just grab one of those taco blend cheeses that's already pre-grated, or just a Monterey Jack with none of the peppers in there. That'll work just fine too.
The spice really is delicious.
It really is.
So I recommend, if you like spice, keeping it just the way it is.
That's right. All right, and then we're going to top it with the other half of the tortilla. So you can see how quickly these come together and how many you can build at a time.
Right.
Imagine a whole grill full of these. They don't take very much time at all. Get that on there. Give the top a good spray. And then I'm going to let those cook down for just a little bit before we flip them over. You want to make sure that cheese starts to melt a little bit, and it's going to make it nice and easy. It's going to hold together a little bit for you to flip it. Okay. So while those are cooking, we're going to make up a salsa mixture here. So what I did today was I'm actually starting with a jarred salsa. It's pre-made, and I'm going to add in a few ingredients that's going to make it taste like it's homemade. Nice. So this is the key here. So I'm using a roasted tomato salsa. I really like the flavor of the roasted tomato. Again, it adds a little bit of smokiness, which is what I'm looking for with this chorizo. So I'm going to mix this in. And then I'm going to add a little bit of, this is from a can of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. I'm using just the sauce from these today. If you want to, you can blend up your peppers and throw those in as well. You don't need too much. This stuff's pretty strong, so a good tablespoon is what you're going to need in here. And mix that in.
It's a nice way to fool everyone.
Exactly. Nobody's going to know the difference here. Going to add in a little bit of fresh lime juice. And then some fresh cilantro. This is going to add that pretty color that makes people think that you made it from scratch. It is. You eat with your eyes first. All right, and there you have it. Salsa's ready to go.
Looks great.
Alrighty, let's check our quesadillas here. So grab your spatula. They look like they're starting to get nice and toasty on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a flip. See that nice color? That's all you're looking for in these, is to get a little bit of color on those corn tortillas. It's gonna be really, really good on the grill. I'm gonna flip that one over. I'm just gonna let these continue to cook until they're nice and brown on both sides. These ones are not quite ready. We're gonna give that another minute. You can see the beautiful color on these. Beautiful. And these are also a nice sized tortilla, so that you can feed a crowd and everybody kind of gets their own. You don't have to go picking around and pick up things. It's just grab a quesadilla and go. That's the best part of these as well.
And they're pretty easy to eat too.
They are. Once that cheese gets all melted on there, everything sticks together. They're nice and easy.
Awesome.
These don't take long at all. Once they get going on that grill, get that cheese nice and melty, our tortillas nice and toasty, and we're good to go. So all I'm going to do is cut this in quarters. You can do that if you want to. If you have a big cutting board out there, just cut it real quick. Or you can leave them whole. Like I said, if you want people to just grab and go. Exactly. So. Okay. And there you have it. And you can serve it alongside with your sour cream, your guacamole, and of course, this delicious salsa that we made.
Your homemade salsa.
That's right. And there you have it, folks.
All right.
Nice and easy.
Let's dig into this again. I'm very excited. Let me get a little bit of everything on there. How about that?
You have to.
Let's get some sour creams. Might get messy, but it's okay. Got your guac, homemade salsa. All right.
Ready to go. Nice and messy, nice and spicy.
Just as good as the first time.
That's right.
These never get old. Yeah. Right in the early morning.
And if you wanted to turn these into a breakfast quesadilla, you totally could. All you need is some scrambled eggs in there. And let it go.
Some sausage.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
exactly. Ready to
go. 2 thumbs up from me. Well, those quesadillas were awesome. We need something to wash it down. We have not done a drink recipe for you guys yet. So, Figure USC is the perfect opportunity.
I think so.
What do we got here?
So, today we're going to do something that's totally fall themed, which is a cider jack cocktail. And this is not the typical Jack Daniels that you're thinking. This is something called Apple Jack. You guys have never had this stuff. It is awesome.
It looks fancy.
It does. It's very fancy. It is a distilled apple brandy. And it's got unbelievable flavor. I cook with it all the time. You should definitely give it a shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a couple ounces of this guy to our glass. And you can make this by the glass if you want to, or you can make it in a big, like a punch bowl or a pitcher, ready to go. So it's 2 ounces of that. That's right. Not for yourself. We also have an ounce of fresh lemon juice.
If you do that, you're not the designated griller.
That's right. And then just a little splash of grenadine. You could also do simple syrup if you'd like. It just adds a nice sweetness to it. I'm gonna give this a quick stir. Ideally, you'd put it in a shaker. We don't have one of those here. So we're using a straw. We're gonna mix it up. And then all you're gonna do is take your favorite hard apple cider, my favorite is Angry Orchard, and just top this off. You can see a nice, beautiful color to it too. And then if you're looking for a quick garnish, you can put some ice in there if you want to. I'm just gonna throw a nice little cinnamon stick in for garnish.
Nice.
And it's ready to drink.
And this is the kind of glass you gotta drink with your pinky.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So nice and easy. You can find all this stuff right here at Martin's. We're out here at Granger and Heritage Square. Come out and see us.
And I wish I could try it, but I can't right now. But
cooking school rules.
Yeah, cooking school rules. Darn it. Speaking of cooking school, you guys have something coming up for Halloween, right?
I do. We have, this coming Tuesday, we have a class with Chef Bill O'Brien. He's back. He is the guy that was the executive chef at training camp for the Indianapolis Colts that I mentioned before.
Right. That's awesome.
He is awesome. He makes very man-friendly foods. But this class is actually going to be, if you're hosting an adult Halloween party, how do you do it? How do you impress your guests? It's called The Ghostess with the Mostest. Don't let the title fool you. It's not all girly. Chef Bill O'Brien is very manly.
What about The Ghost with the Most?
There you go.
How about
The
that?
Ghost with the Most. Let's go for it. So I know he's doing some bloody rimmed martinis, something similar to this drink. He's going to show you how to impress your guests with that. Some steak sliders, all kinds of good stuff in there. A pumpkin stew that's actually served in a pumpkin. Makes a really nice presentation. So going to show you all that stuff on Tuesday night. Don't miss it.
Awesome. And you know, you guys, those are some great tailgate recipes too.
Exactly.
The closest game to Halloween is Navy. That's a home game. That's 2 days after Halloween.
That's right.
So sign up for the class and learn some new stuff. You said pumpkin soup and a pumpkin, right?
Yes.
How cool would that be, right?
Exactly. Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Stacy. And
Thank you.
again, guys, these quesadillas and everything are amazing. I'm sure this is great too. Keep on checking out our tailgate videos. Hope you like the new website, and you can check out the recipes right underneath. Thanks for watching.